Bloomberg says the next Switch will have an Nvidia chip with DLSS. Here's why that could potentially be a game changer. So we already know Nintendo's new Switch will house a 7-inch 720p OLED screen, but now we're hearing more information about the next Switch's internal hardware. Bloomberg is reporting that an updated Nvidia chip will power the portable console and be able to use DLSS. So if you don't know what DLSS technology is, it's AI developed by Nvidia that basically churns out higher fidelity performance in games without the need for the hardware overhead to run it natively. I've played plenty of games using DLSS on PC, and in that community, it's kind of regarded as this sort of rocket fuel for certain games. And in some instances, DLSS actually looks better than playing a game at its native resolution. So on paper, this makes a lot of sense for the Switch, right? It doesn't necessarily have the same high-end specs of some of the other consoles. The idea being that DLSS could do more with less when it comes to Switch games. Theoretically, DLSS implementation on the Switch Pro, or whatever Nintendo decides to call their step-up console, could deliver 4K visuals when docked and displayed on a compatible TV. The Bloomberg story goes on to say that legacy games will need new code to support DLSS, so there's no word yet on whether or not older games will get DLSS updates. That said, it's likely to assume that games completed after the release of this next Switch could offer support. There's also been rumors floating around that the Switch Pro will wind up having its own exclusives, so that's just another thing to keep in mind. This report definitely raises a lot of other questions too, right? I mean, will this have a meaningful impact on battery life, something we all know the current Switches are not great at? And does this mean we can also expect the step-up Switch to cost more money too? I mean, the answer is almost absolutely. The original still goes for $300, and the expectation is that this one will cost more, maybe somewhere in the $400 range. Now, there's no specific timetable just yet, but the Bloomberg report says right now it's planned for sale during the year-end shopping season. These are some really interesting developments with this Nvidia news. It is definitely a big deal for the future of the Switch. And, maybe if you are currently in the market looking for a Switch, waiting for this new one might not be the worst idea. That's just about everything we know about the new Switch Pro. Details are coming out very frequent, so stay with us. Let me know what you think. Are you now going to wait to buy one of these Switch Pros? How do you feel about that possible $400 price tag? Let me know in the comment section below. And until next time, thanks for watching.